To Marlowe's corner, my man. Don't forget to say you hope Bud don't lose. LOL. Marlo, I could give two shits whether Bud lose the fight or not, to be honest with you. And I mean that, you know what I'm saying, from the bottom of my heart. I'm glad these guys are fighting. I think Bud's gonna win the fight. I'm not apprehensive about picking Bud. I picked Bud from the day that this fight ever first started being talked about. I said Bud Crawford can beat Shawn Porter. I said Shawn Porter's kind of tailor-made for Bud Crawford. I feel like Bud's gonna be easy, and I really haven't moved for that. But at the end of the day, if Bud goes in there and he loses to Shawn Porter, that's good for Shawn Porter. I want to see Shawn Porter fight Bugaz in a rematch, or Keith Thurman in a rematch, or Spence in a rematch. That would be my hopes for Shawn Porter. If he has to fight Bud in a rematch, then so be it. And, you know, I probably would pick Porter to win the rematch if he were to beat Bud the first time. You know what I'm saying? But as for me actually caring who wins the fight, man, I rarely look at boxing and go into a fight saying, I hope this guy is able to win. If it's two guys that I really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't the biggest Shawn Porter fan, but I know Shawn Porter's not going to take a belt and go hide. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely not the kind of guy that I'm going to say, man, I don't want to see that dude win because I don't think he's going to fight this person, that person if he wins. There's no doubt in my mind at this stage in his career that if Shawn Porter beats Bud Crawford and there's no rematch, that he would have any problem going to either of those guys that I just mentioned. Now, in the past, when Errol Spence Jr. was trying to get in that Porter fight, I felt like Porter was hiding from him. I felt like Danny Garcia was hiding from Spence. I felt like Keith Thurman was hiding from Spence. And I feel like the only reason Danny and Shawn Porter ever fought Errol Spence Jr. is because Errol Spence Jr. fought Mikey Garcia at Cowboy Stadium. They put all those people in that arena, in that stadium, and they did a good pay-per-view. And once they saw that, they felt like Errol Spence Jr. was worth the risk. And they fought him. And eventually they fought him. But I lost a lot of respect for Errol Spence Jr., for Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, and Shawn Porter, all behind how they maneuvered when it came to Errol Spence Jr. trying to get a fight with him. And I still kind of feel some type of way about him. But at the end of the day, I don't think Shawn Porter is a bad guy to have as a champion in a division. I think Shawn Porter, I talk about Shawn Porter being a champion, a two-time champion who only has 2 successful title defenses. And I've said that as a slight in the past. But quite frankly, if I'm being honest, part of the reason that's the case is because Shawn Porter has been the type of guy that get his belt and then he's not running to the weakest opposition to go defend his belt. He's running, he get his belt and then he tries to unify. He get his belt and he'll fight a tough guy. And you know, and against Kell Brook, it didn't work out for him. And against Errol Spence, it didn't work out for him. That is what it is. I mean, Dennis Lugaz wasn't an easy fight either, but I think he kind of had to fight that fight. But either way, give him respect for it.